Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday, May 19th, and as we said on Facebook, and as we've said in the website, and on yesterday's video about reconciliation and moving reconciliation back into the church, we are going to be this weekend opening the church for masses, so people can actually physically attend Mass at St. Vincent de Paul for the first time in a couple months. So that's wonderful that we're doing that, but we're not going to be able, obviously, or I hope obviously, we're not going to be able to kind of throw it open just kind of willy-nilly, just go back to our regular schedule as though nothing's changed. So we're going to be doing this reopening in a measured and cautious manner, and this video is just to kind of explain, just kind of go through the church a little bit and explain exactly how we're going to be doing this. And so our Mass schedule is going to be a little bit different. This weekend we'll have a 5 p.m. Mass on Saturday. Then on Sunday, we'll have 9 and 11 a.m. and then 2 p.m. in Spanish. That's Sunday. So 5 p.m. Saturday, 9, 11, and 2 on Sunday. The 2 o'clock, as usual, will be in Spanish. We're going to have to, due to CDC guidelines and other things as well, we're going to have a 200-person limit at each Mass. We're not going to have a sign-up sheet or anything, so it's going to be kind of first come, first served. We're going to have only one door, so this door here will be the one that will be open. And so come through this door, we'll have somebody kind of taking, kind of with a clicker, seeing how many people are here. And once we get to 200, we're going to have to shut the church. More on that in a minute. But once you get into the church, once you're here, you'll notice that, and so that we may properly social distance from each other, we have every other pew has been taped off. So we're only using, every other pew. And you'll notice on each pew, these little tapes, these are just a little guide for 6 feet. So if you come with your family, obviously families, members of the same household, are fine to just kind of sit all clumped up together because you live together. But people from different households, if you could kind of use those as a guide, these little marks on the pews as a guide for separating yourself in the pews, that would be wonderful. Just to keep that distance. So, like I said, they're in all the pews. Both wings will be open. The cry room will not be open this weekend, but that doesn't mean you can't bring kids. It just means the cry room won't be open. Some other changes this weekend. We might change this for Pentecost, but this weekend we will have no servers. We will have no offertory procession. We will not be distributing communion from the chalice, and we will not be using extraordinary ministers of Holy Communion either. But we will be distributing communion in the normal way, just the priests and or the deacons will be doing so just in the middle aisle. We ask you when you come and stand in the communion line, also try to keep that social distance, which is about 2 pew lengths. So if I'm standing right here, the next person in front of me should be kind of up there. So just give everybody their space, and this should go pretty well. Like I said, we're opening Mass to 200 people per Mass, so that's, if you do the math, that'll be 800 people over the course of the weekend. Now, obviously, our parish is much larger than that, but we're not just going to ignore the people who don't come to Mass. If you are unable to get into the Mass because we reach our limit, or if you're in a group that's vulnerable, if you're immunocompromised, or if you're older, if you have underlying conditions, or if you just don't feel comfortable coming back to Mass yet, that's okay. It doesn't mean you don't have faith. It doesn't mean you're a lesser Catholic. It just means that maybe this isn't the right time for you just yet. The obligation to attend Mass is still suspended by our bishop. But for those of you who are not coming to Mass this weekend, we will still be live streaming all of these Masses from the church. And if you would like to receive communion, but you still don't yet feel comfortable attending Mass, if you want to just live stream the Mass from your car on your phone, at communion time, one of the priests will be coming outside. It's raining today, but we'll be coming outside to where we've been distributing communion for the past couple weeks, and we'll distribute communion to anyone who is outside who couldn't or wasn't comfortable yet coming into Mass. And so we're doing these things hopefully to be able to to serve you as best we can, to serve those of you who are ready to come back, serve those of you who are not yet comfortable coming back, to bring you Christ as best we can. And so this is our plan for this weekend. Plans for the next week. Again, next week's, beginning, of course, with Pentecost, will be forthcoming, but they'll look very similar to this. They might change a little bit, but just keep watching here on our Facebook, on our website for any further details. Thank you, and God bless.